Canada's marijuana legislation survived what many are calling a live or die vote. 44 yeas and 29 nays saw the Senate passing Bill C-45 for a second reading. Prime Minister Justin Trudeau is inching closer to making a campaign promise.
We now have the assurance to Canadians that the path to at least the Senate's portion of its consideration of this bill is underway.
The tense vote was clouded with concerns. Liberals were scrambling to bring senators back to Ottawa, and some Conservatives heavily opposed the proposed legislation. Meanwhile, it was unclear which direction the Independents were leaning towards. These factors put Bill C-45 at risk of being defeated at today's second reading. If the bill didn't get the backing it needed, the government would have to start again from scratch with a new version, delaying Prime Minister Justin Trudeau's promise of legalization by the summer.
It wasn't as dramatic as it turned out to be, and I think what I can say is that senators understood the gravity of the bill. They understood what they were voting for.
This is a bill that is of high interest to the Senate. There are many issues to be dealt with, and it is important that second reading pass tonight so that work in committee could take place and the Senate could get on with its study.
Bill C-45 was introduced last spring and went to the Senate in November. The bill will now advance to 5 committees where concerns about the marijuana legislation can be addressed, concerns that have been expressed by senators from all sides, including Conservatives.
There are a lot of holes in this legislation.
During this stage, it will also be decided if any amendments are needed before the third and final reading.
We're going to work very hard to participate in trying to improve a bill with a lot of holes in it.
As to whether the Conservatives will still fight this bill,
that's the question that will be asked around at the beginning of June when we get all of this information back from the committee work. And what we've said and committed ourselves to is we're going to work very hard to participate in trying to improve a bill with a lot of holes in it.
And as mentioned, the 5 different Senate committees will now be taking a closer look at this bill, and they could end up making amendments to it before it's back in the Senate for a final debate and vote on June 7th.